Champions of the realm, welcome! My name is Vox, and this is the North American Paladins Summer Circuit Week 3. Yesterday, we saw a fantastic set of games, especially for the finals in the European Paladins Summer Circuit, going all the way to 5 games in a best of 5 between the top juggernauts. We'll see if it happens again this week, or rather today, on Sunday. We do have the brackets available for you on screen right about now. We will have also Nick, aka Hi-Rez Prettyhead, joining us shortly, hopefully for the second round as well. Currently unavailable for the first, so we'll get that sorted out moving forwards. However, the bracket should be on screen right now, kicking things off for round 1. It will be Ardent Frost versus True Faith Gaming, the winner of which will face match point in round 2. Now, on the second side, on the lower side of the top side of the brackets, it is Ardent Ascendants versus the Art of Warfare NA. On the bottom side, Eager will face Voltage Gaming, and Ronin, they will spar themselves against Zenith Black. Now, it should be an interesting set. We've seen Eager and Matchpoint finals all the way through so far. Ronin, however, have climbed up from 4th place to 3rd place and are looking to push all the way through to those finals today. We'll see if they can take on Eager, and I'm sure that game number 6 down on the bottom side of the brackets in the semi-final will be a very heated one that I'm personally looking forward to. That about wraps things up for now. However, from us, we'll be getting straight away and straight ahead into Ardent Frost versus True Faith Gaming after a very brief break. Welcome back, everybody, and without further ado, this is Ardent Frost versus True Faith Gaming. We do have on the left-hand side of your screen, by the looks of things, that is going to be Ardent Frost right there. Rovaniik will be playing Bomb King, TheFatPlum on Androx's ChaoticZulu on Eevee. Fennex is going to be playing Pip, and KingPac on Kinessa. Now, on the right-hand side of your screen, it is the LATAM team for this tournament. They are True Faith Gaming, YobuPro on Cassie, Perenjil on Grok, kaigl on Androx's CronsitoSenpai on Pip, and ImNotPHT on Eevee. Now, we've seen Ardent Frost perform quite well in the tournament so far, and True Faith Gaming generally get first rounded so far. However, I don't think they actually have faced each other for at least a week. I'm not sure if they've been scrimming together. We'll see how this goes. There are fairly standard picks coming out, although I am a little bit apprehensive about the Kinessa pick coming out from Ardent Frost. It could backfire from them, especially on Glacier Keep. Now, the initial point has spawned on Igloo right now, and immediately, kaigl shut down by KingPac. Kinessa doing work already. Perenjil looking to put some pressure onto ChaoticZulu, but forced him to Ghostwalk immediately. And all of a sudden, the blink block is fantastic out of Ghostwalk, and Perenjil is shut down as the TheFatPlum also picks up YobuPro, and this is decimation for True Faith Gaming right now as Ardent Frost looking pretty strong, coming out on the first objective, starting to tick up that capture rate as they go pretty much for the full team wipe now. And here they go. They've started to take some pages out of the more experienced team's books by the looks of things. Ardent Frost sending 3 players on the objective right now, looking to stack that up, sending out Rovaniik to zone as Bomb King, but Rovaniik under a lot of fire, could get chased down here, but behind a wall with Grumpy Bomb to zone will be fine and able to get away from that. Now, ImNotPHT is really the holding point for True Faith Gaming on Eevee right now, so they have Blink Block available. They've in the Ice Block round, that have gone for the Blink, and actually, no, they stepped off the objective at the last moment, throwing that one away, even though they got a double freeze right there. And True Faith Gaming, they lose the first 2 points with Ardent Frost capping them and having an early advantage. Now, the pressure coming out from Rovaniik takes out CronsitoSenpai on the backside of things after Cronsito dropped Fennex there. The payload has been stalled out for the time being, but I don't think that an aggressive defense is really the right thing to do for True Faith Gaming here. There is a Kinessa on the side of Ardent Frost right now, and if True Faith overextend, they could be picked off one by one, opening up a very easy passage of entry. And you can see that Androxus in midair is just getting bombarded by KingPac on this Kinessa right now. Up in the air, Rovaniik on Bomb King looking to drop some shots around the corner, and there's kills going massively in favor of Ardent Frost right now as True Faith Gaming are being decimated. ChaoticZulu all this time has been escorting the payload and is about to push it through Clifftop. You can see that Rovaniik on the backside as well as the TheFatPlum are looking to get up on the high ground, and while Scout has been popped by True Faith Gaming, it's not really going to have an impact, as they're not looking to reveal enemies right now. I'm not really sure why that was picked, because you can see all 5 members of Ardent Frost starting to push up through the high ground, and now starting to decimate their allies. Now up on the backside, kaigl pops the accursed arm as one shot, 2 shot. No, it's blocked with a tree. All shots actually missing there. kaigl going to be shot down here by ChaoticZulu. No, Rovaniik actually gets credit for that kill right now. And behind the scenes, KingPac on Kinessa actually shuts down ImNotPHT at very close range, looking for the angle now with these snipes coming through. There's the ultimate. KingPac with a double kill. KingPac's looking for the triple kill. Will Pip get away? No. 2 shots missed so far. And whilst Eevee goes for the blink block and freezes too, the payload's starting to push through. KingPac not actually managing to pick up those additional kills, but there's a fantastic blizzard right now in the entrance of the base of True Faith Gaming, and Rovaniik goes in with King Bomb, picks up another double kill, and that is an early conversion. A very, very easy passage of entry so far for the side of Ardent Frost. True Faith Gaming just not really able to put up much of a defense there. They were just quite frankly, outplayed. Kaigl missing the accursed arm was really paramount to the win there for Ardent Frost. They probably would have been able to convert anyway, but if Kaigl had managed to drop 1 or 2 members with that ultimate instead of going and ulting behind a tree and firing straight into it, then it would have at least delayed that and given them a chance to rally around. Moving into the next round, you can see that the burn cards being picked up are in favor, of course, of Ardent Frost, having just got the payload capture and conversion right there. 3 burn cards, or rather 2 burn cards picked up on 3 members, and only 1 burn card picked up on 2 others, and the streaks are really looking very strong right now. Only 2 players with 1 streaks on the side of True Faith Gaming, although they do look for the high ground, but here comes a massive pincer. 4 members all coming around the backside of True Faith Gaming, looking for the damage. Now KingPac on Kinessa under a lot of pressure, does transport her away, but now they've wasted a lot of time and energy, and they're getting pincered. They're getting trapped. The damage is coming through. Fennex has already picked up 1 kill. Fennex looking for the 2nd kill. Kaigl with Defiance could have the opportunity to shut them down. They do. Now Perenjil with the Tempest looks to turn things around, but they are shut down by the TheFatPlum as well. And now, once again, ImNotPHT on Eevee, one of the only players left, will be shut down by Kinessa as she hits 1 more shot. KingPac gets the kill. No, with a TheFatPlum picking up that one, and Kaigl the only one left contesting from the side of True Faith Gaming as the respawns come through, shut down by Eevee and shut with that blink block and shut down by KingPac on Kinessa. Now, once again, 2 members, no, only 1 member this time on the objective, with the rest of them going off to zone as the respawns are coming through quite rapidly, and there was a respawn, of course, coming out for the side of Ardent Frost themselves, but Ardent Frost now with half the point captured so far are looking to not let this one go. ChaoticZulu in a bit of an awkward spot with a blink block comes through, shuts down CronsitoSenpai, should be able to pick up the health drop, does, and will get out of there in time, even though this capture rate is stacking up quite slowly. Pip also now on the objective for Ardent Frost, looking to keep that one going. It's going to be captured shortly, and there we go. Now the payload looking for another conversion. Ardent Frost need to break break True Faith Gaming's base, and honestly, and this is where PHT comes in, it comes down to whether the Eevee can get some good blink blocks off. Kaigl uses the ultimate, picks up the TheFatPlum. That's huge right now and very important for them. At KingPac immediately responds with Headhunter, forcing Kaigl out round some cover. Now, down the long line of sight here, we're seeing bombs being thrown, Pip potion launcher shots being thrown, and whilst CronsitoSenpai is trying to return some damage right there, they're getting the worst of the trade with Bomb King and Pip being available on the side of Ardent Frost. Dishing some damage out of the TheFatPlum, though. They're looking quite good, but the payload has been stalled here. Not yet approaching Clifftop, but all of True Faith Gaming are rather spread out. They need to really group and go for more of a coordinated defense. Up in the air, the TheFatPlum looks like they're about to use their ultimate. They do have a Cursed Arm available, but low on health. They don't want to risk getting shut down and shot down in mid-air before they manage to get all that damage off. The payload once again starts to move. You can see that up in the air, Rovaniik looking to, juggles himself. Great Androx's play right there. Looks to throw some damage into the caves right now, where a lot of True Faith Gaming are stacked up. Still under fire. The TheFatPlum is actually saved there by Rovaniik. Activates King Bomb. Looks to chase down CronsitoSenpai and Pip. Doesn't pick up a kill, but it's good enough zoning right now. ChaoticZulu and ImNotPHT boxing out. But up on the backside, the TheFatPlum. No, the TheFatPlum wiped out by Kaigl. Kaigl with a double kill, looking to make a name for themselves and keep True Faith Gaming in this thing. The payload has actually been stalled out successfully this time in the middle of the Clifftop choke point. And whilst it is 6 points to 0 right now in favor of Ardent Frost, True Faith Gaming have an opportunity here to put themselves on the scoreboard and get at least 1 capture in their favor. Round on the backside, Kaigl goes in deep, goes in far too deep, and loses the trade to Rovaniik right now. But I love what CronsitoSenpai is doing as they pick up Rovaniik right there with the massively long-range potion launcher shots, firing all the way down the huge line of sight distance right there with their potion launcher, now stacking up additional damage to 150% times their regular, or 150% of their regular potion launcher damage over that 300 units of Pip's full shot distance. But high ground control once again taken by Ardent Frost. They're going to break the base here within the next 25 seconds if there is no way of stopping them from the side of True Faith Gaming. There is no contest currently. The players are very split up. They need this Grok, Perenjil, to be on the payload contesting it. This one might actually go to overtime, this one, as CronsitoSenpai picks up the TheFatPlum. And on the backside, ChaoticZulu under a little bit of pressure, but ImNotPHT forced to soar away to safety. All this while, though, Perenjil able to contest the payload. This is fantastic for TFG right now, and there will have to be some good ultimate coordination used by the side of Ardent Frost in order to actually contest this one. Eevee uses the Blizzard right there, trapping everybody, but actually they're able to get out of it. Fennex about to be shut down by ImNotPHT, and there we go. CronsitoSenpai still on the top side, looking to drop a lot of damage down the long line of sight, but it doesn't matter as the payload defense is successful right there, as nobody from Ardent Frost is close enough to actually take that back into overtime, and a good defense coming out from True Faith Gaming. And with that little boon under their belt, True Faith Gaming will actually pick up some bonus credits right now. You can see that 2 of their players so far have picked up 3 burn cards. They're starting to rack up some cauterizers as well, which is interesting. Now, what I really do want to remark on that is interesting is Rovaniik here on Bomb King picking up the burn card Kronos. It's the little yellow hourglass right there, and it decreases your cooldowns by 15% across the board with the exception of your ultimate, which is charge-based. Now, if I take a quick look at his build real quick, we can see that he's actually relying on Countdown, which reduces the cooldown of Grumpy Bomb by 4 seconds. So not going for the full Poppy Bomb-based build, which we usually see Bomb Kings go for. Instead, looking for more area denial and zone and potential stuns with that Grumpy Bomb. So reducing the cooldown of that by an additional 15%, as well as that 4 seconds might be very useful. All of a sudden, KingPac under fire does get shut down by kaigl right here. And it would appear that we are experiencing some technical difficulties. We're going to cut to a quick break, get this all synced back up for you, and we will be straight back with the games in just a moment. Welcome back, everybody. Apologies for that little delay right there. We wanted to make sure that you were seeing exactly what I was seeing right there. We appear to be slightly out of sync, but it doesn't matter, as we are back in the game. Fennex shutting down Perenjil in the middle of Tempest. That's going to be a boon for the side of Ardent Frost right now as they look to make a name for themselves on the capture point again. ImNotPHT looking for a blink block, doesn't find it. KingPac still alive throughout all of that after getting early shut down, has returned to the fray right now. CronsitoSenpai looking for the damage, and they just can't find it. kaigl drops the curse down. There's 1 kill on the KingPac right there. And whilst they do land another shot onto 2 players that are being chased out, reversal doesn't last for long enough, and TheFatPlum cleans them up very, very quickly. Ardent Frost once again taking up this capture rate right now. And it appears that we, once again, are experiencing some technical difficulties, folks. Again, apologies for all of this, but we'll be back within maybe 30 seconds or so with the game once again. True Faith Gaming now down 7 points with Ardent Frost leading 8-1. They have gone for the capture. Fennex picking up a double kill on the backside of things, and they are looking to convert this potentially final payload of this game and close out an easy win for themselves going into game 2, where they will face off once again against True Faith Gaming in this best of 3 set on the map Temple Ruins. However, TheFatPlum up on the top side looking to take this high ground control, does wipe out Perenjil. The blink block is great onto TheFatPlum though, but with reversal on their side they're able to stay safe. But the Rovaniik on the top side takes out CronsitoSenpai. Now looking for damage onto ImNotPHT. Round on the backside, drops some bombs onto Eevee. That's a lot of damage coming through right there. And whilst Eevee is safe for the time being, they will not be able to get back to the base. Shut down by the TheFatPlum on Androxus with those air shots right there. And Rovaniik still in the base, dishing out damage. Uses Poppy Bomb to get away for the time being. The TheFatPlum with the double kill. The TheFatPlum with the triple kill. Looking for the quadra kill. The TheFatPlum with the delayed quadra kill right there. You can hear the announcer saying triple kill up in the air. Looking for the final defense. ImNotPHT does ice block through the King Bomb ultimate right there. A fantastic air freeze from ImNotPHT, but it's not quite enough as the payload is almost being converted. Here comes a polymorph as well. The freeze from Ardent Frost is fantastic, and there's too much damage coming out onto True Faith Gaming right here. They're getting dropped left and right, and although they have a Cursed Arm on their side, Rovaniik with a triple kill on the backside of things. KingPac picks up the last one. There's only 1 player left. It's ImNotPHT. They blink away and give that one up. A very early and very one-sided game going to the side of Ardent Frost there. And so we will be, as customary, taking a look at the post-game scoreboard right now. And you can see, as remarked, very one-sided in favor of Ardent Frost. Notably, we should really highlight the TheFatPlum and Rovaniik right there. So Rovaniik not running the usual Bomb King build, but still able to be very effective, picking up 14 kills and only 5 deaths. But the TheFatPlum on a 12, 3, and 17 streak right there with 17 assists, pardon me, and a streak of 17 with 43,000 damage in a 12-minute game. That's a very respectable score right there. Something has to be switched around for True Faith Gaming going to the next match. And honestly, I'm looking at ImNotPHT's scores right now, and it's pretty abysmal. They've got 8,000 damage in a 12-minute game, 2 kills, 8 deaths, and whilst they got some great freezes off, they just don't seem to be able to stay alive long enough or are finding the effective CC onto the targets they need to shut them down. You'll often see Eevee diving Kinessa, and that just didn't happen in the previous game. However, we will be getting into game 2 in just a few minutes. There is a 3-minute mandatory spectator delay to prevent ghosting, so there will be that short break before we get the game up on screen for you. But we do thank you for your patience, and of course, we hope that you'll be looking forward to the outcome of this set. Welcome once again, champions of the realm. My name is Vox, and this is game 2 of the NA Paladins Summer Circuit Round 1 between Ardent Frost on the left-hand side of your scoreboard and True Faith Gaming on the right. Going into this match, we appear to have a little bit of a switch-up right here. ChaoticZulu no longer on Eevee for Ardent Frost, but instead we'll be running Drogos on the right-hand side. We're sticking with what we know, except CronsitoSenpai has changed. No, we're also having Grok swapped out for Ying, and CronsitoSenpai swapping out Pip for Bomb King. Very interesting changes there. I'm not sure quite how both teams will be doing without a Grok, as they have really become a staple of objective control with the most recent patch of Closed Beta, patch 29, but either way, we will be getting straight into the game. The first objective does spawn on Sunken City, around on the left-hand side of your minimap. We'll tune in with the teams and see who will take first blood and see who will take the first capture advantage. Up on the top side of things, it looks like, actually no, there's a bit of a flank coming around as Drogos goes around on the backside, but immediately onto the objective are most of True Faith Gaming. They're skipping off for a second. They're starting to stack up a little bit of capture point, looking to get the flank on, looking to get the pincer movement coming in as ImNotPHT traps down Cassie, traps down Rovaniik as well, and that could be a lot of damage coming through. Force into ice block cover, everybody forced away, and now ChaoticZulu takes up first blood versus CronsitoSenpai. Once again, as TheFatPlum picks up ImNotPHT on the backside of things. Although we saw a good early showing coming through from the side of True Faith Gaming, they are starting to be cleaned up by the coordination coming out of Ardent Frost. As a result, they will start to overtake the capture, which True Faith Gaming originally stacked up, which is only to 15, and now with another kill, and ChaoticZulu on a killing spree right here. This Drogos is going to look to push out a zone. Being pressured a bit by Bomb King, the fire spit around the corner is good. KingPac picking up CronsitoSenpai on the back side of things, and now ImNotPHT under a lot of fire. The Saw will keep them safe momentarily, and whilst Ying's illusions will come through and start bombarding, ImNotPHT could be shut down here. ChaoticZulu lands the shot, picks up the kill. Fire spit explosion does miss, but there's so much zone coming out from this team right now with their area damage from both Pip and Drogos, as well as the long-distance shots from KingPac on Ganessa. There's no easy way back into the objective for True Faith, and they will concede this one. 2 points up, lead Ardent Frost versus True Faith Gaming in this second match of the series. Looking for an early conversion as well, no doubt, as they did in the previous game. Ardent Frost, long-range fire spit looks to go up, does miss the explosion right there as Rovaniik, so no big knockback coming through for you, but the TheFatPlum looks to go up and pop a bit of damage through all the while. Now, it's going to be interesting to remark on who is potentially going to be converting and pushing this payload all the way, as we have no Grok on both teams, as we have mentioned before. Currently, that role falls to Rovaniik, but they're doing it a bit haphazardly. They're stepping on an awful lot. They don't have Dome Shield available to absorb or mitigate or remove that damage from the area whilst they're pushing. So Rovaniik as well, sticking whilst we're pushing it through these ruins down the long lines of sight, is actually not pushing the payload as fast as they could be. But with 1 minute and 39 seconds left on the clock, as the kills are just going so heavily in the favor of Ardent Frost right now, it's going to be an easy push right up to the base now. On the backside of things, TheFatPlum, no, kaigl this time, and Perenjil are looking to come up from behind and go for a pincer move here, but there's actually no defense from the side of True Faith Gaming right now on the payload. Now they all come through. That's a grumpy bomb into the objective. That's going to zone out Fennex right here, and up in the air, Perenjil, no, kaigl drops Fennex right there with the accursed dumb, looking for the damage. ChaoticZulu taken out the air by ImNotPHT. That's a very skillful shot coming there for an Eevee to be able to hit Drogos in mid-air, and whilst Androxus for the side of Ardent Frost does have to retreat, it looks like they're going to rally up, wait for the respawns to come through, and whilst True Faith Gaming have held strong, the payload is only 20 or so meters from the objective right now, at most, looking more like 5. So the respawns are starting to come through for the boys in blue. There's a blink freeze onto Rovaniik on the backside, but doesn't really achieve anything. kaigl starting to get under some pressure. They're being shot at by KingPac here, dropping a lot of damage coming through, and now kaigl, very low, might be the first one to fall in this engagement as ChaoticZulu yet to notice them, but it looks like KingPac actually has. TheFatPlum on the backside as this Androxus looking to pick up Perenjil here. The dimensional link will keep them safe for the time being. kaigl looking for damage on the Fennex, shot at the air, and it's 4 kills in favor of Ardent Frost as they get the successful conversion and they push it for an early 4-point lead. That's actually a triple kill right at the end of the round there for KingPac as well. Very impressive play coming out of the Ganessa, picking off the targets that they really, really need to in this fight, rather than going for anything a little bit flashier and going for some respawn targets. Just clearing the objective out and then picking up a couple kills after the round. Taking a look at the scoreboard right now as we get into the second round of Game 2. You can see that the burn card advantage leans heavily in the favor of Ardent Frost. However, not so much as in the previous round, where I think there was only 2 burn cards picked up by all of True Faith Gaming, just at a severe credit deficit. The next objective has spawned on the canyon on the right-hand side of your mini-map right now. And once again, Ardent Frost looking to make a strong showing. They're going to hold back a little bit here by the appearance of things, waiting to see if True Faith are going straight to the objective, and they do. Or rather, they actually go for the King Bomb ultimate, shut down by Rovaniik. Very easy to shoot down by Knessa in mid-air as Bomb King. And around the backside of things, Rovaniik looking for the flank. They drop damage onto Perenjil. They drop damage onto YobuPro as well. Netting the kill onto there. Now Perenjil could be the next one to fall to this Drogos. It's even though Dimensional Link is activated, trying to keep this Ying safe, it won't matter as they're too bunched up. The clones are too bunched up. No, the rocket misses, and Fire Spit, even though it hit, it's actually not going to be enough damage to kill Perenjil. They'll look for the respawn here, but now Rovaniik going up to zone is going to find both Bomb King and Ying and look for some damage. TheFatPlum as well, pushing out far to zone with the long distance shots which they can pull off on Androxus, but shut down by YobuPro. True Faith Gaming looking to make a bit more of a push for this one. They have kaigl around the backside as Androxus dropping damage onto members on the objective right now. Rovaniik looks to box them out. There's reversal being charged, and Dragon Punch comes through. Dragon Punch connects, but it's ice blocked out by ImNotPHT. Now ImNotPHT picking up a double kill there with a fantastic blink block, then wormhole back. And all of a sudden, here's the Accursed Arm as well. ChaoticZulu shut down right now. ChaoticZulu is shut down on Drogos, and all of a sudden, the objective could go in favor of True Faith Gaming right here, but nobody's on the point. They're too scared of KingPac on Knessa. They should be, as they wipe out Perenjil right there. Note the capture rate is ticking up for the side of True Faith Gaming right here. They have a long way to go to catch up with the 70 points that Ardent Frost managed to stack up so quickly. And now with the chicken actually coming through onto YobuPro, and YobuPro being forced to flee, once again, Ardent Frost, they take control of this objective. The Grumpy Bomb might go for a stun, but Rovaniik's going to dodge roll out of the way there. ChaoticZulu dropping shots with Drogos from distance, and there are no ultimates available. Actually, hold that thought, as there is an ultimate available. That's the Ying's Illusory Rift used right there, but it's a little bit too late. Perenjil going to be forced to Dimensional Link back to safety as ChaoticZulu cleans up kaigl on the backside of things. All of a sudden, we're looking at potentially an 8-point lead if this payload conversion goes through. We saw True Faith Gaming put up a defense during the second round of the last game on Glacier Keep. Let's see if they can do it again. But this time, things are different. They have a Bomb King, not a Pip, and I don't think that's the most impactful thing. They have a Ying instead of a Grok. And as we talked about things, and as we definitely saw yesterday, you see that Grok is now the main objective player for the side of really any competitive team. Grok now with Ghost Walk having up to a 10-second cooldown reduction from one of his cards, Haunting, as well as utilizing Chronos for more totemic wards and Crackle for up to an extra 1,000 health on his totemic wards shield at max rank, means that he is very difficult to actually kill and shut down unless focused by many players. There isn't a 1v1 which Grok can't take in their favor if they have the advantage with the totemic ward, as the enemy will have to break through it or get inside it. But hold that thought as kaigl looks to drop the Accursed Arm, shut down by Fennex in midair. That's a Pip taking out an Androxus. That's not supposed to happen. The blink block doesn't happen. ChaoticZulu under fire does get shut down there. CronsitoSenpai looking for the King Bomb ultimate. Doesn't manage to pick up Fennex as the waitlist gets them out of kill range just in time. The sticky bombs do rain through though. CronsitoSenpai picks up a kill. And once again in round 2, True Faith Gaming looking to make a bit of a hold here. There are 3 members pushed out there, and they're a little bit staggered, a little bit spread out. I'd be concerned if I was them because they're starting to overextend. You can see right on the backside, ImNotPHT way too deep right now, trying to box out ChaoticZulu. Even though the scout has been popped to reveal the enemies, and Rovaniik likely to fall here if one more shot connects onto them. ImNotPHT not a part of this fight, and is Eevee the one who can contest the payload with that ice block and the wormhole blink, as well as the crowd control coming from the blink block freeze. I'd be worried if they. I'd be worried for True Faith if they don't get back into the area enough. Whilst they're providing harassment on the back line, it's not really good enough if they're not on the front line providing that front line presence as only they can, as they now have no Grok. The payload has been picked up again. There are 9 seconds left in the push right now. Rovaniik on Cassie going to be starting to push it through. Fennex takes over. Dragon Punch comes through, looking for the kill. ChaoticZulu picks up YobuPro. Great shot, or great tracking right there. Now CronsitoSenpai in the air, trying to drop some damage in, but ChaoticZulu picks up the double kill. Looking for ImNotPHT. The Fire Spit explosion drops a lot of damage on them. They're forced to blink away to safety, but will it be safe enough? As ImNotPHT will fall very quickly to Fennex right there. And there's only the Cassie left to contest. YobuPro wiped out by KingPac. The second conversion of this game going ahead in round 2, and it's almost over for True Faith Gaming. We'll have another little look at the burn cards right now. As we see TheFatPlum on an 11 streak right now, 8-1-14, very impressive. Slashline KingPac going on a bit of a rampage right now as 10-2-10 is just not being shut down by the Eevee as they should do. Now, Eevee does have Kronos on their side, on the side of True Faith Gaming. That will reduce their cooldowns by 15%, allowing them to get off more ice blocks within a designated frame of time, as well as more blinks and more swords, making them hypermobile and potentially hyper-aggressive. But if they're not finding the CC onto the targets they need to, and if they're not picking up the kills, it's going to be very, very, very difficult for True Faith Gaming to drag themselves back into this. On the other side, almost 3 cards picked up for everybody. Only 1 player, ChaoticZulu, with only 2 burn cards on the side of Ardent Frost. The next objective has spawned on Sanctuary, the middle point, and this time it's True Faith Gaming going for the flank rather than waiting to see what happens. They're trying to make things happen. Now Ying pops the illusory rip, but KingPac's already taken out CronsitoSenpai. KingPac looking for more shots right here, and they're rallying around. Ardent Frost just going ham right now. The TheFatPlum with the accursed arm. Rovaniik pops Scout now as well, revealing kaigl. Kaigl chased down, headshot by KingPac. It's already over for them, but it's only 1 player remains as the respawns start to come through, and it's ImNotPHT around on the backside of things, just not making an impact right now. 3 players all now on the objective, ticking up the score for the side of Ardent Frost, and they have the line of sight advantage. They're in the nest that they need to be. They have KingPac on Canessa looking to close out any long line of sight gaps. And up on the backside, ImNotPHT does go in deep, but shut down by Rovaniik as well. There's no way back in. Scout has been popped by the side of True Faith Gaming. They're looking for the increased bonus damage, but CronsitoSenpai shut down by a headshot from TheFatPlum. kaigl uses the accursed arm, picks up no kills. ChaoticZulu wipes out Perenjil on the backside of things, and True Faith Gaming have no way back into this. YobuPro about to be shut down. Dragon Punch just going out to zone. There's too much pressure, there's too much damage, and there is no response from True Faith Gaming as Ardent Frost close things out in this set, in set 1 of the Paladins Summer Circuit NA side week 3, in 2 quick and easy wins. And with that in mind, we will, as always, take a quick look at the scoreboard right here. And let's go there. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I talked about earlier if the Ying pick was really going to work compared to the Grok, and with a credit score of 230, 9 deaths, 0 kills, and only 3 assists. Despite not having the lowest damage on their team, I think that was a very big mistake. Picking up Perenjil picking up Ying instead of Grok was effectively True Faith Gaming going, well, we're not even going to try to contest the objective right here. We could look for the damage, but ultimately it feels like they had just given up at that point. Now, they have come in for the 3rd week in a row for the Paladins Summer Circuit, and whilst we are seeing some improvements, and especially ImNotPHT this game at 6 and 8, having much more of an impact than they did previously, they've still got a long way to go before they can start picking up some wins and start getting themselves into the swing of things. But do not worry and do not tarry. If you drop out now, you will never get better. So thank you very much for competing, True Faith Gaming. We hope to see you back again next week, and definitely have a good long think about some of your tactics and some of your picks maybe, because I'm sure that you could potentially take some games off some of these teams moving further forwards into the tournament. Ardent Frost, however, will advance, and they'll be facing off against, if I'm not mistaken, Match Point next on the top side of the bracket. That will be a very difficult game for them, but they've shown some promise against True Faith Gaming, and we'll see if they can learn from this next match coming up. That'll be very interesting. On the other side of the bracket, though, the next game that we will be spectating will be Ronin versus Zenith Black. Ronin and Zenith Black almost considered sort of on the same kind of level during the Paladins Founders Tournament qualifiers, but recently Ronin has started to really take things in their stride and started to push forwards and started to take the wins. So Zenith Black, they have a bit of an uphill battle ahead of them, and we'll see how that set goes after this short break.